Back with part 2.
Alright.
I was holding the camera wrong last video.
We keep forgetting that because we're using an iPod to film all this, so
we don't have very much space to work with there.
it's kind of dark, but you can kind of see there.
It's not bad.
How if I do this?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
I don't want to leave that. I don't want to kill the battery. Though that's a brand new battery, and it's expensive. I don't know if those EverStart batteries are good. It's an EverStart battery, but I don't know if those are good or not.
If it's an EverStart, we're gonna be upset.
Yeah, if it's an EverStart, then you're gonna be kind of upset.
Never.
See what we can do. See how she holds out. It's been about -14 the past couple of days, and it's still pretty charged. So I mean, so far it's a good battery. But I just bought it, so I'm not totally sure on that just yet.
Just in case from the first video, if anybody's wondering, these are my tires, front and back.
Yeah, the tires and the
they
tank.
eventually will have to be removed and put back on the mud snake that I am rebuilding.
Which is going to be renamed to the Mud Clone.
Yeah, mud clone.
Because it's pretty much a clone off of the Mud King. It's cloned off the original, so Mud Snake's kind of cheesy, doesn't really sound that great to me, so we're going to call it the Mud Clone because it's muddy, and you know, it's cloned off the Mud King. So the Mud King's the original, and then there's the Mud Clone. And the Mud King 3 has been dismantled due to the opposed twin, because the opposed twin is a twin cylinder, and those motors are not good on off-road mowers.
Sucking up too much.
The Street Legal Karts has an opposed twin on his, and he's got problems and problems and problems with his choke. That I personally don't really like those twins because they will eat your gas. And I swear, they will eat your gas. So, I wouldn't really recommend having a opposed twin. I'd recommend, like what Fearless Front says, like 10 horsepower is like overkill. Because having a 12 horse is pretty good, but it's a stroker. So, the piston's moving down, sucking that much more fuel in there, which is not really good on fuel economy. I'd recommend an 11 horsepower brakes for an off-road mower. I forgot what I was about to say there. Because it's a short block, that piston has very little piston travel to fill that combustion chamber, which is good on gas mileage. So I recommend 11 horsepower, they're good on gas. I went from the Duff Banks and to the tavern, which is about a 4-mile drive, and I've only burnt about this much of gas.
Out of that tank.
Out of this tank.
Giant ass motherfucker.
So, I'd really recommend these motors. They're pretty good motors. They got lots of power. You don't need a whole lot of power.
Yeah, like I was running an 8 horse on.
But what you really want is an overhead valve motor, because those are really fuel efficient. But do not remove the governor on an overhead valve motor, because what will happen is these valves, the valves will hit the piston. Guaranteed, those will hit the piston. Because those come awfully close.
That is a 16 horse intake, by the way.
Yeah, we might be rebuilding that. That's the.
Yeah.
We're still debating on what motor we're gonna put on the Mud Clone.
She shall be rebuilt.
But right now I'm just replacing the head on this and making this motor a little more spiffy looking, because it don't really look all that great because of that old 400cc, which is not even the actual cc of the motor. It's actually a 418, 11.5. And these are actually pretty rare motors. You don't really see a whole lot of 11.5s. But you can see my modification of this. This is not a pull start crankshaft. This is just an original, like 11 horsepower crank. And all I did was I made sure the little tip coming out of the crank was nice and square, nice and round. And I just put this on it. And it's only like a little stubby end about that much. And that's all you really, and it still works. So I just mounted that on there, and I just put my pull start. Pull starts are pretty good, because if your battery dies and you're out in the woods, you're screwed. So I'd recommend a pull start on this. That's something you really want to rig up. If you don't have a pull start and you're stuck in the woods and you have a rope, what you do is tie it around the bottom of the pulley there, and the double pulley clutch system thing, or not the double pulley there.
The blade drive.
Just wrap it around there and pull it. That's what we did to start the Mud Snake when we first got it.
Oh my god, I broke that rope so many times.
Yeah, but it does get you started up if you can't get a full start on this.
It does work. The bottom pulley that you are supposed to use to hook up your blades, just wrap a pull cord or a rope around that and just pull as hard as you can. But it's gotta be, which way would you spin that?
You would wrap it, I think, clockwise.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, counterclockwise. Well, you wrap that rope counterclockwise. So when you go to pull that, it's gonna pull clockwise, and it's gonna pull, you know, the motor in the right direction. If it doesn't work, then try it the other way. I had a slow line tonight, so I mean.
Yeah. It is pretty. It's getting a little chilly outside. Like, we got our heater in here. This thing actually looks pretty good.
I'm just trying to melt the snow off this thing a little bit because it was I forgot it out in the winter there, out in the storm, and it's snowing out pretty good. So I forgot. So yeah.
You almost got it there.
Nope.
So we're gonna. After this, we might take her out and play on the snow.
I got a little bit of gas left.
Yeah,
It's two-stroke gas that's in it, but
if we have enough
you know.
gas. Oh, you're using my gas?
Just a little bit.
God damn it.
Well, I gave you the gas.
Yeah, whatever, I guess.
But we haven't been making videos very often because I don't have my own camera.
Okay.
And the only time I can make a video is if my friend here is here.
That would be me.
Which is William. I am the owner of the how-to channel. My name is actually Ryan. But you know, I try to do my best for these videos. You know, I try to do my best. Mostly, when I first started my channel, it's just been this thing driving around with the old 11 horse. It's kind of boring video, but you know, it's pretty fun. And the old mudking2, which I'm gonna build that back, just on a different tractor frame because I like the mudking2 the best. It's never let me down, almost never.
Eventually, we're gonna hook up. We're not doing the Marley mower anymore, that's for sure.
No, the Marley mower's done. We might be putting a.
We're gonna modify it to probably, like, this is just a maybe, not for sure. Hook up a V8.
Or a car engine at least.
Or any car motor, really, like a 4-cylinder.
This will be the first project I've ever done on something like that.
The only problem is getting a welder to extend the frame and shit, you know.
Yeah, I don't have a welder. I just have basic tools.
Yeah, basic tools. That's about it.
Alright, she's pretty much almost torqued down.
Really?
Well, not torqued, but I mean snug.
Snug. Your head's in the way.
So,
get out of the way.
Oh shit, sorry. And, almost. Just gotta make sure all this is tight so I don't have any head gasket leaks.
Good old Mud King. Which, who was it that stole our name?
I didn't steal her name, more or less. He just kind of came up with it, and he didn't know about us then. Because we just started YouTube, so he didn't really steal our name. He just kind of borrowed it.
We had it first.
But that's okay. There's thousands of people out there with Mud King on it, so it doesn't really bother me at all. Alright. No spark plug. I don't want to smoke compression.
Cool.
Alright.
Just gonna throw a spark plug in there. Hope the hell it works.
Oh, I should get some compression in there.
Alright,
That gasket looks nice and squeezed.
We'll probably do another video of, I don't know, are we gonna tow my snowboard?
Oh yeah, we got, holy crap.
Eh? Are we gonna tow me on a snowboard behind it?
I'll try to.
It'd be a good video.
Alright, yeah, we got the compression. I'm gonna be mat the strap back down.
It's over here.
It says 12 horsepower Craftsman.
See it, look, 12 horsepower Craftsman, but it's really 11.
The actual
11.5?
Yeah, it's an 11.5, but I like this. It looks nice.
But the plate fits too. You don't have the original one, I don't think. But it fits, it works, you know, it looks good.
There.
It's better than being in between like 0.5 or whatever, you know. This work. Just makes it look better.
Alright.
Got the sticker still on there. Yeah. Cool.
Oh yeah. Alright. So
just a reminder to everybody, this is going to be up and running in the summer. I'll get some good videos, get some speed tests, you know. Well, after I get a better throttle cable, because this one's like 4 or 5 feet long.
it's off my scooter.
It's off of the little scooter that you seen in the.
All my motors.
Yeah, all the motors in the backyard.
Yeah.
You know, when I showed you the shed and shit, and all the head over there. Ow.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna start it up.
You start it up in here?
I'm just gonna make sure the motor runs.
Well,
I'm gonna shut it right back off.
The hell away from me. Hold on. Right? Yeah, what's up with that? Beautiful.
I just want to make sure the head's getting enough compression in there. For what? Oh.